Screaming Firehawks! Welcome back to the channel, The Expanse, Season 3, Episode 8. What are you doing, Expanse? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Jeez. This shit just keeps getting crazier and crazier. We had another one of those mid-season feelings to this last episode where...
Yeah, like a whole new season.
Yeah, apparently it's the start of a new book.
Okay.
I guess that's the case.
Sense.
So they do that in the mid-season, which is cool.
Yeah, I like that.
But just unexpected sometimes when they hit you with like 5 new characters, a big time jump.
I was gonna say the time jump.
A whole bunch of like new stuff being presented, and like the biggest thing, literally, is this ring that the protomolecule decided to create. This thing is huge. Apparently you can't fly through it because it's gonna protect itself. And
he got a ninja blender on that one.
Yeah, Maneo. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he tried to be like a rock star. Like, he might actually be famous now. Like, maybe not exactly the way he wants to be, but I mean, he just proved the theory of why you can't just stop. You have to slow down first.
Talking of one of the moderators, Leilana, what's up, girl? She was saying that her mom was like, he needed to wear a seatbelt. I was like, shit, he needs saran wrap.
Nothing, like, if he had to like
keep that shit in there.
Like, that was so insane, the way it just like, exploded.
Yeah.
Like, at that speed and stopping, he literally, like, his body just popped. So insane.
So gross.
Like,
so yeah. It's so gross.
It's one of probably more shocking deaths that we've seen, because I thought he was gonna fly through the damn thing.
I did too. I thought he was like gonna go into like some alternate dimension or some bullshit.
I was not expecting him to explode like that, and shocking. That's absolutely shocking.
Said.
Yeah. So crazy. Of course. Get it in there, as always.
That's what also she said.
Yeah. Mm. But we don't know what this is, and no one else does either. They're all investigating it. They're all looking at it. They're just... It's not really doing anything. And... yeah, not really sure, but... can we assume that that's the work?
Yes.
That's the work. So that's the work.
Question mark?
We'll see where this goes, because, I mean... the way the protomolecule, like, birthed itself... popped itself, whatever it did.
Birthed.
Created. And then turned into, like, the squid thing, and then created the ring. It was just
very
bizarre.
Very intelligent technology.
Yeah, it's just so crazy. And, like, Holden is, like, being associated with this thing as, like, hey, Holden the ring. He's, like, world famous now, and they're doing a documentary on him and the crew, which I'm not buying.
Amos hates it.
I mean, he smashed one of their cameras. And
don't fuck with me, and I don't shit where I eat. Yeah.
They did some digging on him and found out maybe his name's not Amos after all, and who knows what. But, you know, Prax is his best friend in the world. Prax went back to Ganymede to go rebuild, and Amos isn't the rebuilding type. So...
oh, but they're still the best friends in the whole wide world.
Best friends. It's so awesome. But I get a vibe more of, like... they're spying. They're trying to figure...
the documentary
They're trying to figure some shit out. Because, like, when the camera guy had an opportunity, he kind of, like, zoomed in on some stuff. And, like, he's got, like, the iVision camera thing.
Oh, is that what that was?
And he's, like, taking, like, recording things that he probably shouldn't be. So, I got a vibe of, like... they're not really creating a documentary.
Don't let Amos find out that you've been doing that shit.
Like, they're creating a documentary because even other people are talking about it. But the idea that that's like a cover. I feel like that's a cover of some sort. Mm-hmm. So, we'll see. Because the way they're probing them and, like, pushing them and, like, trying to get stuff out of them, and then the fact that the camera guy was doing that, I just really feel like they're there for more than just creating content. So... we'll see.
Well, she is.
Well, she's definitely there for more than just creating content.
She wants to create some other content.
Yeah, she does.
With Amos.
You're on one tonight.
I am. Yeah, buddy.
And Holden saw Miller.
That was wild.
Another thing.
That's my new word of the day. Wild.
Another one of those things in this episode that was shocking. It's like, I didn't catch his voice immediately. Like when I was editing, I'm like, that's so Miller. And when he popped in and was sitting there, like, what?
I mean, nice to see you.
Yeah, like why though? And why is Holden seeing him the way he was seeing Julie Mao? You know? Like it's almost the same thing. And
something about destiny.
And when Miller was seeing Julie was leading him to something. So is Miller going to be leading Holden to something regarding this ring or the protomolecule? Very interesting. But the crew is not together. Naomi's no longer with the crew. Just like she said, she went off to go do Belter things. And she joined drummer on the Behemoth, which is a dope-ass name for that ship because that thing is a fucking behemoth.
Yes.
Thing's huge.
Yes.
But she's got a little bit of adversity now because this older gentleman with lots of experience,
Klaus,
showed up and, you know, kind of inserting himself. And drummer doesn't like it.
By the way,
this is gonna be
that's
interesting.
Captain, no longer drummer. That's
Captain drummer, yes.
No, Captain Kamina.
Whatever. Her name's Drummer. But, I mean, she could still be Captain, but she's Drummer.
I know. She's Drummer. I get it.
She's Drummer. But this is another one of those interesting situations because you got an immediate vibe of him wanting to take over. And I got an immediate vibe of, like, this dude just wants to change the perception of the Belters.
Which I get. I understand that now.
I feel like it could potentially be a little bit of both, though. Because he kind of admitted at one point to Drummer, just like, yeah, I mean, I'm here for this and that. And he kind of admitted some stuff. And it was like, oh, okay, some truth. But she wanted to go space this dude. And he stepped in, kind of made her look bad, kind of took a little bit of her power away. Is kind of what happens in those situations when you overstep your bounds as someone who's not in charge. But Drummer could definitely handle herself. I have no doubt that she's going to be able to handle this and move on. But there's so much going on. We met this other crew with this girl. What was her name? Melba. And she was like plotting to blow the shit up, but she clearly hates Holden.
Really weird.
Like she called Holden like she wouldn't hook up with Holden with someone else's junk. So it's like one of those things where she hates Holden. She wanted to blow up this crew, but then she attacked the one dude like one of the hybrids. Like she squatted down, her eyes started flickering, and like something happened to her.
Yes.
And like she attacked and smashed this dude's head, busted it wide open, and just killed this fool. And
he seemed like such a nice man.
Yeah, he was just trying to help the new person on deck, you know, on the ship. And she clearly, to me, looked like she was functioning off of some sort of proto-molecule thing. Like she was controlled of some sort. Or something else. But the way she was acting and moving, it felt like something told her, like, kind of overtook her body and she attacked. Like, the way she squatted down and just leaped, like, that's not something humans can do. And it didn't look like they were in zero gravity because they were walking normal. But, I don't know. It seems that whole situation seems very fishy. So there's a lot going on. A lot was introduced. A lot needs to be figured out. Like this show does really well. They like to establish some stuff and then confuse the shit out of you and then explain it later. I think it's fantastic. I think it's a really fun way of storytelling.
Yep.
But do you have any other thoughts before we jump into this episode?
I don't.
Let's go.
This vessel should have pancaked with him, but it's fully intact. What killed him?
An energy field, some sort of invisible wall or hand. The probes should tell us more. We need to send them inside that thing now that it's awake.
We send probes to investigate. They fire a human guinea pig into its eye. And Belters think they're ready to join the family of nations?
He wasn't a probe. He's a slingshotter out of series. He's some kid trying to impress a girl back home.
Well, I hope she's impressed.
We triggered something before we understood it. Maybe the structure isn't an entrance, but an exit. What do you think, Master?
A little tired. Tapped out. Who wouldn't be?
Hobbs, get up here. You gotta see this.
Uh-oh.
Me, a nail. That's just...
That is
I don't care how many times they show it. Fucking terrifying. Oh,
that is so crazy.
Oh my god.
Poked him in sleep. Slingshot or shit, make it out to the other side. Negative. He went down a rabbit hole. This never ends.
What do you mean, Holden?
Forgot about them already.
I need coffee.
He looks so tired. Look at the bags under his eyes. He's got such dark rings around his eyes.
I mean, I'm sure seeing Miller hasn't helped everything that he's dealing with.
Right.
I mean, the pressure just keeps building on him. Like, the constant inability to just relax and focus on something normal.
Inners are redeploying their fleet and speeding their approach.
They blame us yet for the rock hopper going in there?
Our radio silence so far.
But they're gonna assume we had something to do with it and hang whatever happens on the OPA.
And if something miraculous happens, they'll plant their flag on it.
And go back to murdering each other. Being in charge sucks the big felota.
You wear it well. He has his place. You have yours.
We each have a role in the new Belter Nation.
Nation? Fred Johnson get inside your skull, okay?
He's right.
We stole a church, bolted some guns to it, and called it a warship. To protect the belt? It's because we don't want to be left out of this party.
Poured hot coffee in the parking lot.
What?
God's playing a magic trick. Tick, tick, tick on the dog.
This is happening.
Bones like chalk.
You're not making any goddamn sense, but you're here.
What?
Are
the
you
fuck?
trying to talk to me?
Yes.
What?
Okay.
Sure.
Dude.
He needs to go to bed.
Look, Holden. Miracles are unfolding right outside that window. The future of humanity and its place in the universe. This is no longer a story just about the Rocinante. My investors paid good money for access to the Rossi and its crew. They're footing the bill for this trip and making sure that your ship is not repossessed.
And we are grateful for that.
I need your full commitment. But something is troubling you, and it's not just that ring. I have my master's in cognitive psychology, and I know when I look into someone's eyes, when there's more to a story. I want you to trust me. I won't betray that trust.
I don't believe you. I'm not a fan.
So many awards.
Yeah, see, she just wants awards.
There's definitely a lot more to this, I feel like, than what they're showing with her.
Mm-hmm.
What is this one up to? She's gonna wake up and not have any clue about what she did. Jeez. He's dead.
Girl. How are you gonna explain this? How do you explain this? Oh, are you kidding? Is she gonna shove this guy in there? Aw, come on.
You and Marvin is delayed.
Uh-oh.
Is that entirely necessary?
Oh, damn! She, like, tapped into that shit again to make sure that his whole fucking body fit.
Protomolecule.
I mean, anytime I see anything blue glowing, I'm just gonna assume that it is.
Right?
And when I was editing, by the way, like, she was sweating and the blue light was on her face. There's no way that was an accident, that they shot it that way. And she just had the blue look on her face there, too. Just from the glow off her sweat. Like, I don't think it's an accident. And the way she's acting, like, superhuman and shit.
To Anderson Dawes and Fred Johnson for telling UN Secretary General Wasarala that any attempt to force this ship to turn back from the rim will be met with a cordial. And to our foolish and fearless young rockhopper who sunk his teeth deep into the unknown for love.
For the rock hopper.
They'll be naming babies and ships after him for 50 years.
If the galaxy is still here in 50 years.
Your
Right? With the shit that's happening.
Leo Young Espinosa, he kicked the door open and threw on the light switch. That's how Belters built this whole damn system.
I don't feel like good is gonna come out of what Mineo did. Like, no. If he woke it up, that doesn't sound positive.
No.
Yeah, no.
Oh shit. my god. Oh my god.
So then why the fuck is he seeing Miller?
Damn doors and corners, I mean, that's where they get you. Crime scene without knowing. It's not somebody that'll put you down.
What's with the hat?
Keeps the rain off my head.
I'm not infected. I didn't have a stroke. I'm running out of ideas here.
You're tired.
This rookie down in Star Helix. Kid never learned to clear a room. I kept telling him, I said, there's doors and corners, kid. If you don't clear the room, if you don't come in slow, that room will eat you.
Why are you telling me this?
I'm supposed to think about this.
See the glitch?
Yep.
This could mean something.
Detective Miller crashed into Venus with Julie Mel. They died together. That's how it ended.
I don't want to talk about it, Julie.
It happened to Miller, too. You're dead.
I'm just an investigator now. I find things. Local Grecia. They were running this unlicensed brothel down in Sector 18. L'Oreal is so bad down there, it really made you sick.
I don't give a shit about your goddamn war stories until you tell me what any of it means.
With Local Grecia. They're running an unlicensed brothel down in Sector 18. Now down there...
Fuck you! My blood is clean. You're not here, which at least explains the stupid fucking hat!
And Miller didn't. He never knew Miller with the hat. He left it on series.
Hey, are you sick, Cap?
No.
If there's anything you need to get off your chest, I'm not much help, but I also don't judge.
It's a great quality.
Things have been in the red for a long time now. There's only so much a guy can take. So in a way, break some shit if you have to, I don't care. Just not the coffee maker again.
Dude, Amos is the best.
I know.
Seriously.
I love the beard too. Can you grow a beard?
Not like that. My beard sucks.
He was having a full-on conversation with himself. He's just overloaded is all. And after everything he's been through, Naomi leaving the ship, things are just hitting him harder and he's letting on. Let's not get the straight jacket out just yet, okay?
This fucking guy.
What is that like part of his vision though? Because he's got the... What did you just do, motherfucker?
What the hell?
Sorry, for a second there I thought we were having a flashback to Melba in her hands.
He ran a scan on himself for the protomolecule infection 35 times. The test always scanned negative, but he keeps doing it over and over. We just have to keep an eye on him. Okay?
Believe the mind can manifest things. I mean physically manifest.
If those hopes and fears are powerful enough, more so if they're the result of synchronicity. Coincidence, but not coincidence.
Show me the news report the moment the Belter kid went through the ring. And bring up the timestamp. Stop there. Now I want to see your footage of me.
What is it?
It happened at the same time.
What? No. Your brain just exploded.
Oh, damn.
All over me. You need to tell me what is going on.
You were saying something? The Grigas in Sector 18, the rookie?
Have we talked before?
Do you even know you're here?
Yeah, sometimes. When I exceed my boundary conditions, that's when they kill me.
Who are they? Why me? Why am I special?
But you have a ship. See, you're a tool that goes places. I'm a tool that finds things. We're tools.
What? This is crazy.
So did her attack happen at the same time too? Oh damn.
A UN ship just got blown to scrap.
You showed up at the exact moment the ring was activated. Is it using you to get to me?
It reaches out 13 times a second. It reaches out, but nothing answers. So it builds the investigator, and the investigator looks, but he does not find. So it kills the investigator. It kills the investigator over and over. And then it builds the investigator again.
This is wild.
Until it finds a door that wasn't there before.
What the fuck?
So I'm at this unlicensed brothel, egregious, down in Sector 18. Hothead rookie, I keep telling him, watch your doors and corners, pal. You don't come rushing into a room. You dick hanging out.
Holden! We got a situation out there. We need you right now. Holden!
Alex, what's going on?
UN ship just went up.
Dude, he is losing his fucking shit.
I'm James Holden.
Speaking on behalf of the Outer Planets Alliance, Earth and Mars believe the ring is theirs to investigate.
To claim, and are already plotting ways to control it. I'm here to declare for the OPA that Belters are the only legitimate benefactors of the ring. Whatever it may ultimately prove to be, it belongs to the Belt. And to show you that we will not bargain, nor back down from this claim. We've struck at the Inner's vessels, and we will strike again.
That's not me.
Well, it's coming from inside our ship. Kill the fucking thing! I can't, I'm locked down!
Did you do this?
Why would I?
I haven't been yourself lately.
Maybe you're not in control.
I know myself, and that is not me.
He wants them to fire on us. He's trying to start the next war.
That was not Holden. It's some kind of trap.
Hail the Rossi, get Holden on comms and tell him he has 10 seconds to retract.
We have to fire on the Rocinante. We have to do it now. It is the only way they'll know that the OPA disavows James Holden, otherwise they will kill this ship.
Oh, shit.
Come here. If you want to save the behemoth, you have to prove to them that we are not with him.
Arm the missile system and get me a channel to the UNN fleet commander.
Someone is trying to play you. Don't fall into it.
Remove her from the command deck.
Come with me, Lord.
Drummer, listen to me.
No,
you
shit.
know Holden isn't capable of what we just saw.
What the fuck is wrong with you? We gotta push. Get back into a couch. We're not gonna outrun their fire. I can get a key in hands. Somebody crippled this ship. It was all a setup. The only hope we have is for me to just give me 1 minute alone. We don't have a minute. Let me go. God damn it, Captain! I don't want to scrape you off that wall.
All we've been through. How many times have I asked you to trust me?
None.
I'm asking you now.
1 minute.
Alone.
Oh, shit.
Now an OPA operative claims responsibility for the attack on our ship, and you profess no knowledge.
We are prepared to fire on the Rocinante.
You have 1 minute.
Oh no.
Missile ready.
Fire!
What's happening?
Grid overload.
One hell of a warship.
You want a ride? You got it. But I can't give you one if I no longer have a ship.
Going to a room too fast, kid. The room eats you.
Inbound missile! You need to change course and go inside the ring right now.
Slow the Rossi down. Flip and burner. Hard as you can without that missile catching us.
We are dead if I slow down.
Service, we got a tank. Massive decel. Right before the ring. Try not to stroke us out.
How do you know all this about the ring?
Because Miller told me.
It's got to be the protomolecule that's on the ship, right? Doing all this shit.
This is our only way out.
It's gonna be nasty.
What in the hell?
Hang on!
They're going for the ring.
Oh, fuck.
Oh no.
What in the hell is happening?
Damn it! End of an episode! Fuck!
What in the hell?
Oh my god. I don't have no words to try to explain what the fuck that actually happened. So, camera eye dude fucked with the ship, sent out a message, so he's obviously trying to start a war. For what? For content?
This is so crazy.
I just...
There's still protomolecule underneath the ship, which has to be dealing with all this stuff with Holden and Miller. That's got to be that part of what the fuck's happening.
But it's also talking to the ring, which is why it's bringing Miller, because Miller is the investigator.
Well, just like everything else, every time an event happens, it happens everywhere. So Mineo flies his ship into the ring, which sparks a bunch of different things. One of them, at the exact same time, is Holden seeing Miller for the first time, who's really just seems like he's just speaking gibberish to Miller. Doors and corners, brothel, Sector 18, all this just, like, you rush into a room too fast, it'll eat you, like, all of this just nonsense. And I guess it was somehow code for the Rossi to fly into the ring, but not too fast.
What? I don't know if it even got too... It's like it fly towards the ring, flip it, slow it, but go away from...
As the rocket is literally at the tip of the fucking
at the
ship.
Front of it.
It's like right there. That was... I don't know if this is accurate.
I don't know how do you even make any type of coherent comment after what we just saw? Like, I'm still trying to grasp what the camera eye dude is trying to... I mean, he's trying to start a war, but for who?
I mean, if he...
His hands looked blue, which is why I totally thought that was Melba.
He just has technology in his hands that control the drone and like his eyes and shit. Like,
it all is like weird because of everything blue that has to do with the protomolecule. And it's like, what are you doing?
If he manufactured that video of Holden and sent that out, he's obviously trying to start a war for everybody. Because Holden, who's not OPA, put out a message for the OPA as a response to that one ship blowing up that the one girl set up the bomb for. And then that then puts the Belters in a spot, which then puts the UN in a spot, which then puts like everyone into a defensive kind of also but offensive position. Because it's like, well, shit, they target locked us. Now we have to prove to them that we aren't with them and we have to target lock them. And it's like, whoa, chill. That was manufactured fucking like deep fake type shit. And it's like, this dude, like, I knew they were up to something. Like, last episode when he was like being sneaky, looking at shit, like zooming in on something, like, he pulled out one of those panels and put a different one in, and
which had the message on it,
and
locked them out of their own system.
Yeah, like this, I don't know if this dude is been like somehow contacted by Aaron Wright or Mao or some other player potentially who wants this. Like, Aaron Wright's the first person that came to mind because he just wants war, but he wants war to protect Earth, but I don't even know where he's at, if he's even still alive at this point. But the idea that somebody's upset with the idea of the Belt or the OPA being an equal player in this world. That's what it feels like to me. That it's clearly somebody...
they're trying to just get everything destroyed so that the only thing left is the ring.
Or that. Which that then maybe goes back to Cortazar, Mao, the folks that are like studying, and like Mao's that, like, it feels like he's out of the picture, but Cortazar's still there because that Diego, what is that his name? Diogo, right? Diogo. he made a comment about Cortazar, so he's still actively doing something with Dawes. So I don't know, but they wouldn't put out a message putting their own folks in danger unless Dawes doesn't want the behemoth being a player.
Maybe that's
because maybe it has something to do with Naomi being there. Who knows?
I don't know.
But I was going to say, like, this may be not accurate, but that felt like the most confusing, bizarre episode the show has presented us yet.
Basically.
And a hell of a cliffhanger. Because it's like, oh, you're going to end the episode as they're about to enter the ring as a missile is literally face to face with their ship. Awesome. So did that girl die?
Who? Melba?
Yeah.
No,
was she on the ship?
I think Melba was already back on to the Thomas Prince.
With on a ship?
Yeah, when she blew up is that Seung-un ship, which is the little science ship.
This is fucking wild. This show, honestly, puts you in so many positions. Like, I understand why people binge this show, because it leaves you just with so many questions that you just have no choice but to go on to the next episode.
Yeah, I need to see it.
It's just
now.
Absolutely insane the way this show tells its story. It is so good, so interesting. Just watching Holden that whole episode just basically have a mental breakdown.
Yes.
He was falling apart this whole episode. And Amos is just like, what the fuck is happening, dude? He tested himself 30-something times.
35 times.
For protomolecule infection. And it's just like Miller and Julie.
I'm just making sure that I'm writing more things down.
Julie led him to one of the core hubs of what was playing out back on the whole Eros thing. And now he's like Holden's seeing Miller and Miller's bringing him to the ring. It's like the same thing. They want certain people brought for a reason to these center kind of ground zero locations of the protomolecule.
Or is it just trying to collect all of its own protomolecule?
Which is that would actually make a lot of sense.
Like, you've got some of my arm. I'm
Right.
going to need that back.
It's got a little bit of it in the underneath. Yeah, that's a possibility. But I think it's...
You have something that belongs to me.
I mean, Miller's been connected, or Holden's been connected to this thing since the beginning.
Yeah.
So there's something there for sure. But we're going to jump into the next episode. There's a lot of shit that just went down. That was absolute just nutty chaos. Just so many more questions presented. Do you have any other thoughts on that crazy episode?
No, right now. I need to see the next one.
All right, y'all. Leave your comments down below. Like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. We'll see y'all later. Have a good one. Bye.